Yay, Xenoblade.
Yes, Xenoblade. It is Xenoblade time.
So, so after the last stream, I loaded back this quick save I made before the Lambda fights.
Right.
With Jay and all. And remember, we struggled a lot with Jay.
Yeah, because like for some reason, Jay was just beating the crap out of us.
So I played through it again and managed to do it without leveling up. First try, all I did was set up more characters with break arts.
Jay was just that strong and
Yeah, Jay.
because, like, he had the confidence of the audience secretly.
Yeah. So how are you feeling about Jay?
Oh, I'm fine. I'm definitely not. I've officially gotten over it. I've maybe, probably not.
We're gonna continue with the save that I beat Jay on at the lower level because we are going to be doing side quests and stuff, and you know it's not good to be like too over leveled. And
That's
also,
understandable.
there's not much punishments in the in the way of like how like punching up in this game as there are in the others. When I was grinding in my main save, I beat level 70 enemies with level 50 characters.
Ooh, I see.
We get Mio's diary.
We all have secrets deep within. Memories we can never erase. Difficult experiences. It's just a distant dream of mine right now. But if we can just reach out to each other, even a little, we can tease out those delicate shapes. Then, with time, our bonds will grow stronger until one day.
God, she really doesn't have a lot of time left.
Yeah, I mean, it's we started with 3 months, and roughly speaking, it's been a month in game.
Only 2 months left. Holy hell. Damn. Who's the flame guy?
He's just a hothead, probably.
Probably.
Nobody important. There's no reason why he's just standing like he's in the meditative
There's
state.
no way that they're zooming in on his detailed face.
It's rising. We're getting more light. This is Colony Delta. That smouldering camera. His valor is stuff of legends, but we can win. We're gonna make it. Consul, sir.
So there's something's up. There's ominous music. They're building tension to something.
More troops, full advance, and don't let up. Don't let a single life slip from your grasp.
Uh-oh. He's thinking. Oh. That's his flame clock, right? Which is pretty low, right?
He's Piranhas.
Right. I keep forgetting the terminology of it. I will eventually. It's like a Gundam.
What the? What's that for honest?
Not a Xenoblade game without a giant mech.
I'll admit, every time when I see a Gundam, I still can't unsee, like, the very first big robot I watched. as a kid.
Listen here. You've done well to come this far. But now, Smoldering Kamaravi takes the wheel.
No way.
Yes,
You
right?
let us think we had them pinned. But really, we were the ones that were trapped.
Oh no.
Little lore thing that you might have forgotten. We've heard the name Smoldering Kamaravi before.
We gotta leg it before.
We have?
Yes, from Borealis in Colony Port. He talked about Ethel's rival.
Oh right. There was a moment when she was about to get rid of him, but she didn't.
Yeah.
Right.
He spared him because his Ferratus' leg just collapsed.
Yeah. Wow. He got all the Orbeez.
Just who are
Oh
you?
god, is he in prison?
Perhaps a guard, perhaps not. Well, well. Smoldering Kamaravi. Your name is no mere affectation.
He's got a very interesting
A
ponytail.
consul? No. You're...
Who are you?
His name is N.
I mean I know that, but like who? Ugh, I my brain feels like, even though I feel like I know the answer 100%, there's like a tiny part of me that's like, no, it's not that, it's not that. But then who is? Anyway, ready to go?
Okay then, let's go.
How we go on from here? I got completely turned around in all those sparking tunnels, and then the joyride down those rapids. I've got to say, I have absolutely no sparking clue where we are.
You don't need to worry on that count. Commander Isser provided us with the necessary topographical data.
Oh, nice. Legend.
All the water that runs from the Orion Mountains makes for difficult terrain. I mean, rather than constantly checking the data and explaining myself, I think it'd be better if I just tell you where to go.
Yeah, sounds good. Lead the way.
We have every faith in you, Tyon. The bottom of the waterfall. Let's see if we get to the middle level first. We aim to get above Connie Lambda. Basically, yes. Get to the middle levels, we'll need to head up and around. Adventure time!
And then our hero set off. Did you
Set off
get
for-
to say everything? Oh,
Get to set off for more emotional baggage.
yes, more emotions. Did you get to say everything you wanted to say to Commander Izzard in the end?
More or less.
Well, okay. That's good. Emotions.
Let's go.
Feelings are had.
We should be able to rest here.
Connie Lambda is still upside down.
Oh, yeah.
But we go into the tunnels. Oh, so what's he going and wandered around in there for? I've had some business at the other end of them? Sieg Officer.
Yeah.
So now we've got all the colony stuff going on.
Yeah.
Let's see which one.
We gotta pick up all that hot gossip.
Yeah. Izzard. Man himself.
What's wrong, Commander?
Oh, it's voiced. You know what
it's
that
you
means.
guys. The Pharaonis was heavily damaged during the battle, do you remember? As a result, some of our remote-administrated autolevs aren't responding to transmitted instructions.
I'm not 100% on the techno-babble, but that doesn't sound good.
Indeed. I've sent some of our tech guys over, so we'll know soon enough.
Do you really need the machines? Are you thinking there might be another battle?
It's nothing like that, I assure
Is
you.
cool. Said
Hello.
hello to you. Hello.
Oh, welcome. Today's going to be a more chill stream for Xenoblade. We're going to be on the low end of the emotion spectrum, I hope, today. Maybe we still might touch on
Hopefully
some
our
things.
emotions are okay. That's
Colony
okay.
Lambda is now focused on ether mining, and... What was that?
Do you think that's from the ether
We
mining?
just received word of a tunnel collapse.
What?
Yeah.
I'll be there ASAP. Are the troops assembled?
They're all in position.
Then go on ahead. Sorry about this, after you took the trouble to come all the way here.
Commander, please let us lend a hand.
Only
We had
if you're
just barely
sure,
left when we came
but
back.
your help will be welcome.
We're really good for
Roger
like,
that.
what, 5 minutes?
So just join the party. Wavering
Let's
resolve.
hurry into the tunnels.
We can take a quick little look at Izzard in his class. He is another healer class.
Is it just me, or does his weapons kind of vaguely resemble Beyblades?
They are technically guns. He shoots those energy rings out.
Ah.
We should be good with our current loadout, but I'll keep an eye on if we need to switch around.
Monkey-dope.
And actually, to get to where we're going to need to go, if we pull up the destination map, this area here will require us to actually advance in the story a little bit, which makes this convenient. Not up to a cutscene, which is over here, but enough that we'll get a little bit of walking in.
Yeah. A little bit of a stroll.
Before we do that,
I'm just gonna lie here, and you can't stop me.
we are going to cook up don't have all the ingredients. We're going to use a coin and cook up something to eat. Spicy zest beans.
This has me raring to go.
Beans.
We are
Now then, ready to resume our travels?
now we can we'll get a little bit more class points as we fight.
Nice.
It the environments I really like about Xenoblade. One of the things.
Soldiers.
Look at the Orion Mountains up there and the stars.
It would only be right to give them the proper repose.
And then we've got the pile of corpses.
Yeah. I was gonna be like, wow, this is like a nice scenic route. So if you wanted to go, hiking, it's got a little bit of everything. But if your hiking trail has dead bodies, you should probably contact like your
Well,
nearest.
I mean, not if your hiking trail is Mount Everest.
Or if your hiking trail is one of those, there's like a body facility research nature center. There's quite a few actually that just, the whole purpose of it is that the bodies are donated via science to study how the body like decomposes in certain environments. So they'll just like toss your body in the river and note how your body decays. I think they're called like body farms.
That's an interesting thing.
Yeah, it's for
I mean, it's good that they're not like forcing people to do that.
No, obviously not. There is no way. If you are going to donate your body, it is always like a percentage chance on what your body is going to be used for. But this is why, like, I'm okay with getting my body donated to science, because if there's a potential ability to either be... Okay, let me, like, restart this. If you say yes to getting your body donated for science, one of the few things that could happen is either A, your body could be harvested for organs for donations and organ transplants, that type of stuff, right? Which is good, healthy, most obvious thing that most people think of when they think about body donations. Then there's the body farms, and then there's the even weirder stuff like Bodyworks. Bodyworks was like this museum display that like some locations had. I'm not sure if it's everywhere or just in some locations, so I'm trying to keep it vague for the sake of it. But the whole idea is that all of the exhibits were live cadavers meant for art. So it's a little bit of a macabre, obviously, but some of it is to actually, you know, teach science, and other parts are just to kind of be very artsy-fartsy. It was very interesting to actually see up close, and I really hope that if something were to happen to me, not that I would want it to happen, but like if it were, I would like to actually be put into a museum as an art piece. I think it would be really, really cool.
That's interesting.
Yeah. I have a lot of very interesting memories of going to that museum, because I technically went there twice. The first time it was for like an after-school club experience, and so like our club member, or not club members, like it was like the YMCA, right? Like the youth counselors were like, okay, we need to make sure that whoever we're bringing to this is very mature, because not only are we looking at dead bodies, there are obviously no clothes on them, and we do not want to be those people that point out the, you know, obvious genitalia or whatnot, right? So they picked me because I was the art nerd that already, like, knows what anatomy is. And, like, one other kid who was just, in general, very quiet. They were explaining to us that this was just kind of to test the waters to see if it was appropriate to take people to. It was fun. And the first person who actually made a immature joke was actually one of the counselors.
It's always funny when suddenly the person who's supposed to be the mature one ends up making the immature joke.
Well, okay, to be fair, I can understand the scenario and what was going on, but at the same time, I just find it heavily ironic that they were assuming we were going to be saying it first.
Yeah.
I'm on it. That's the way.
Yeah, there's a bunch of ladders and things scattered around that. So now this acts as a shortcut, or opens up a
whole.
That down
world.
there is where we got emptied out for the fight, and now we can walk up this way
to just head up here.
Yeah.
But yeah, that moment was a little too funny for me, that I have yet to forget it. I think the display was supposed to be this thing called, like, the man is like an open book. And so this man is sliced up proportionately like a book. So each page is like a level of his organs. It was really cool. but it's all embalmed body parts and stuff.
Mhm.
None of the skin is on any of it. It is just for like meat, muscle, tissue, bone.
Honestly,
that's
not having skin in some ways makes it almost worse sounding.
Every
It
day's a
does
training
until
day.
you realize that like when a body decomposes, your skin actually looks the most sickly. They're
By the way,
mostly covered in plastic.
these are another one of the these are one of Alexandria's groups.
Ah.
So if you defeat them here, they won't join Alexandria when you go and fight her at
We can
her
get back
colony.
to the Orion tunnels from
Yeah,
here.
because it's like
We should be able
they
to,
have
but
little
since we're
mini
going to the
leaders
Great
in the
Cod
group.
Falls,
Okay,
we
that
won't
that
need
is
to
actually
wait.
very interesting. Yeah.
The tunnels are up ahead.
Obviously, like one of the body parts in question
Something so
also was
valuable.
embalmed. Because this is a man, it's like the testes. And so for some reason, in this specific sculpture, one of the testes was on one page, whereas the other was on a completely different one. And my counselor was trying to find it because she's like, isn't there supposed to be two of those? Where are they? And I looked at her and I was like, well, his eyes are up there. Maybe you should look at that instead. They pointed out they were on two separate pages. It was a very weird.
By the way,
but cool
when I beat
display.
Yorin, I only had one defender and Eno. I did not have the proper team balance.
Yeah, that could also explain why you got your butt kicked by Jay.
No, when I won.
Oh, you won with that?
Real good
Yeah.
job,
Okay.
guys.
That's a little silly now to think about it because you were.
It was just the number of characters who had access to break and topple to keep him topple locked, so he couldn't defeat us.
Okay.
He
You
can't
just
win.
didn't topple him enough.
Yeah, he can't hurt you if he's laying on his
The
back.
tunnel walls should have been stabilized.
Yeah.
What happened?
Hey, look over there.
It's collapsed.
Ah, we got monsters.
They must have been living in a place with elevated ether concentration, then found their way in here.
We better get there quick.
But there's no direct path there. We'll have to go around.
You've got Levnesses, don't you? Wanted to make short work of these things.
No, you're
But
in a
we need
mine
permission from each
shaft.
squad's leader to activate a Levnis.
Oh, come the snuff on. This is an emergency.
You stay here on
Like,
standby.
You guys
There
are
might
in
be
a
another
mine
collapse,
shaft.
so we'll go on
That
alone.
would be really difficult, wouldn't it?
But come on.
I mean, unless it's
the
like
Alumnus
open
is the
space.
small
A
one.
partial evacuation once
Oh,
the tunnel mouth
okay.
is
Never
secure.
mind. Never mind.
Coordinate with
Then
the
yeah,
medic
that's
corps
kinda
to treat
dumb.
any wounded.
Just
Now, these
get
are
the big
special
robot.
orders for which I
They're
take
bound up
full
in red tape
accountability.
in
Inform the
protocol.
other troops.
That's this colony's
All of you.
form.
We'll be fine, Commander.
I see.
You can count on us.
Understood. I'm sorry for dragging you into this. We want to reach the cave-in.
Is it really dragging
Here.
them in it if they volunteered to help out with the situation, though?
I mean, you could still feel guilty about it, like how you could still feel guilty about, like, I'm sorry that I am burdening you with this
Shall we
and
deal
that.
with this?
That's fair.
You're dealing with me. Thanks for the support.
See? Topple. Now he can't hurt us. Oh,
We
and then
were just
also,
missing the
I
ability to topple.
also gave Noah, Noah has Infinity Blade, which is his unique talent art that he got, where he draws out Lucky 7. And boy does it does so arts work on damage percentage. So they take your damage that you would do and they multiply it by a percentage. Lucky 7's is times 1,000, whereas most arts are like times 200.
Yeah, that's a lot of damage.
Also, the class that Noah is here, Ethel's class, has a skill that that gives you a percentage of your it gives you a percentage of your talent art already filled up. now we also have the new Ouroboros form still.
I'm getting the hang of this. We're unstoppable with you around, Senna.
I'm the girl with the gall.
Stupid waterfall.
The waterfall that didn't help.
The waterfall, I mentioned this before when we were on the other side, when we were down there on that side, but
Yeah.
that waterfall, is like an area in the game that
We're counting on you.
I could not figure out what. It was the last thing I needed to complete the map, this map zone.
And it took a really long time to figure it out.
Dragon tail. Phantom slam. Waves. Got all the healing you need right here. A big help indeed.
Yeah. Now I know that that waterfall is there, and I was able to grab it.
Yeah.
Cheers, you're dead.
All yours.
Hazel, see you soon.
Oh, see, we only just started. We were in Ouroboros most of that time, but Infinity Blade is almost full.
I'm the girl with the gall.
Nicer in here when we're not being chased down by all of by an entire colony.
Yeah.
I kind of alluded to it before, but the area here is from Xenoblade 2. But the music is actually from Xenoblade 1. It's a remix of a Xenoblade 1 track. I'm gonna see if I can also warp up somewhere.
I'm looking up something
Well, we've been
from that museum because I
Mm-hmm.
forgot about it. But apparently it's in a lot of different locations.
Oh, is it like a moving place, or is it like just got like multiple branches?
I think it's more along the lines of multiple branches. But yeah, it is really interesting to see a lot of these pieces because I understand that it is very disturbing to see a cadaver in some scenarios, right? Is like if you are into anatomy, a lot of people that are invested into it, they kind of treat it like someone looking at a car at like a car shop in comparison.
But like, it would be very like disturbing for the person who's like, oh yeah, that's my grandma.
Yeah, there is an aspect of anatomy class where you have to be respectful to the person, not to make fun of the cadaver in question that you're observing, because that was a person. That was a real person that had life, children, all that fun stuff. It's very interesting
Once
to
we're up the
see
next
the
elevator, we
ethics
should be right
side
there.
of it, because there are some people that not even talking about cadavers, but there are some people that collect
on, let's
bones
get
for
to it.
educational purposes that have gotten in trouble because it turns
Now,
out they weren't doing it
we
for
wait.
educational purposes, they were just doing it for collecting purposes. I think there was someone who was just like collecting spines at one point for that same sake, and then they had to change and be more professional about it because according to like the laws of ethics, them talking about it in any jokey way isn't considered very ethical because those are still people's spines.
Yeah.
It's very weird to think about. But yeah, Bodyworks is interesting because on one hand,
It's like
it is an
it's
art
very
museum.
important to have like a foundation
Hear me. We're
of like
here to help.
it's very important to have a foundation of like this is how we know that how these parts of the body work and all is because we've studied people who have died or people who have willingly undergone things like this, but it's still like, that's still a person. It still looks like a person. There was a person who was talking from inside of that body.
Yeah, there was something there that no longer is, and you were observing it. This shouldn't be something you should judge that harshly due to those reasons. It's a lot weirder when you look at that, say, in comparison to
medical science and how we learn things. Like, I don't want to know how people figured out like I want to know how people figured out like brain chemistry, or who thought it was a good idea that, like, you know, someone had to perform the first lobotomy. Someone had to think that was a good idea.
Oh, well, no, what makes this really interesting is that some people did lobotomies and did research on it, but there are ancient rituals that had done brain surgery for cosmetic purposes first before the lobotomy. There were people, like, putting 3 holes into the back of their head to let their brain goop out before lobotomies. And it actually did good, which is even weirder because there is not really much of a science outside of it. It was just a practice that was there. It is so weird to think about. Someone had to have done it. Someone had to have tried something that is considered morally just ambiguous. Anyway, we should continue.
As we've gone on, like, somebody had to, the first guy who, like, I think it was like something was like, some guy figured out that it was like, oh, it's a bacteria that's causing these issues, but I can't test it on patients, so I am going to intentionally give myself these conditions and then cure myself, or something. Like, it's, medical science is weird, and I am glad that there are people who are not me that can learn that and make sure that I can be okay.
Yeah. I was gonna say, there's always a good side and a bad side to it. Like, people now know how delicate brain surgery is because of the failure brain surgeries that have happened in the past. Which sounds really morbid,
this level of structural support.
It's still very cool.
I suppose the cave wall was weak enough for the monsters lurking there to break through.
When the excavation uncovered an area of concentrated deposits, the monsters that lived there must have sensed the charms.
The ether find is good news, but for now, let's get everyone out.
There might be more monsters.
Do you think this is like a second part to the spiders that were there? Because the spiders were guarding like a pretty gem,
We're close to
right?
the side of the cave. Let's pick up the pace.
Maybe. I think these are more of scorpoxes, though. Is it what we're gonna be up against here? Yeah, scorpoxes. So still insectoid, but
yeah, still technically arachnid if these guys qualify as arachnids. I'm not sure if Xenoblade has the same classification system. Like some species, but then again, they could have evolved differently. Evolution.
Oh, here we get to draw the sword and slice.
Big slice.
I think we're gonna be able to do this because now we've got a flow going, so we're gonna shred them. Especially since 2 of them are in the fight.
I don't think I could be like a medical doctor, but I do think that like body science is very interesting.
I can admit it's interesting, but also know that I would never be able to touch it.
Oh yeah,
like I get wigged out hearing like so there's a number of people in my family who are in medical positions. My uncle's a nurse practitioner, and other people also have jobs that have been in like to do like. So I heard a lot of like technical names of diseases and things and conditions just overheard, and For some reason, it just gives me the ick every time.
Just like the... That's fair. I never really had a lot of parents or
That looks
relatives
somewhat
around me
cleaned
that
up.
had that experience.
I guess riding a Levnis meant they avoided any serious injuries.
A little silver lining to a great big cloud. Glad to hear. Tyon?
Yeah.
No, all of you. Thanks for your assistance. You saved us.
No, you thank
On the
Tyon
contrary,
too.
Commander.
Be nice to...
We were just following your orders.
Right. We could only react so fast thanks to your quick thinking.
That's about as much as I can do. The people of Colony Lambda, and you as well, all knew what needed to be done. And due to that, the rescue was a success. I can't thank you enough.
You've even managed to secure a nearby ether deposit. I'm a bit jealous.
Yes.
I have to start rebuilding
Actually, our
economy,
troops reported
Yasserdy.
a harvestable ether source
Yasserdy,
recently.
are you
And with
familiar
enough
with the term
resources in the bank,
capitalism?
perhaps the colony
The
would
No
have some
Plan
peace
should
of
be able
mind.
to inform you on this.
I hear a fair few colonies are lacking ether.
Everyone knows that we're nothing without it. Everyone in Lambda knows to be prepared to do anything in their power rather than lose it. By the way, how are your travels?
Our travels?
Sometimes I'm envious of folk like you. Strong-willed and forging ahead.
Oh, well, we're not that.
Actually, I think being a commander is a pretty big deal in its own way, eh?
Smoldering Camaravi and the famed Silvercoat certainly are. But I'm not that kind of lone pioneering type.
I think most people feel the same.
I know my own weakness best of anyone. The day we lost Nimue and you, Tyon, I abandoned all thought. The consul sensed my weakness, knew I'd pass my responsibility to another, and took merciless advantage of it.
Oh, about Jay.
That's one thing I learned from losing. Ironically, if I
What
hadn't
was that part?
experienced that loss,
He's talking about Jay.
I'd never
Jay
have come to
sensed his
understand the
loss
feeling
and then
in me.
used that against him.
Yeah.
No one needs to hear all that. Ah, yes.
Jay
I owe you
really,
all, don't I?
really pulled on
Or do you
everyone's
come to the
heartstrings a
commander's
little
office
too
later?
hard for a lot of reasons,
I'll be waiting.
though.
I mean, if you
Jay
if
did
you
more
want,
than like tie into his loss.
You
He
can never
tied
go
into
wrong with Samantha.
everyone's loss somehow. I mean, we know why, but like, still.
You can never go wrong with some ether.
I still can't believe that, like,
I'll do my best. Let's
He
harvest
was-
some ether.
on one hand, right? I want to not believe that that's not Jay. That that's just someone in his body. That feels more understanding than the idea that
Yeah.
Jay could possibly be okay with just killing a bunch of people, his best friends included. Because if it's someone parading in someone's corpse, that I could, that's just evil. That's evil onto evil. But it's the fact that it's parading it around in a way to pull on the heartstrings more by going, no, it's really me. It's
Yeah.
me.
but then now imagine
So,
what if
I
that
wanted to
is
thank you all
him?
somehow.
If that is him, then does
Yeah,
that
if
make
it
things
is
worse or
him-
better?
Well, would it make it worse in the situation of the loss? Or trying to take it a little bit at a time? Like, does it emphasize his death more in a bad or good light? Now heavily depends on the perspective, because at the moment, no, it makes it worse. Because now he was forever that age, right? But for some people that still hate Jay for who he is now, great, good riddance. Good thing that he's dead, although that doesn't make any sense. You shouldn't want anyone to die. That's just not a good thing to want. It's,
We didn't lend a
Big
hand just so
moral
you'd give us
dilemma.
something in return.
Too right. We don't expect any thanks.
That may be so, but
Oh yeah. Did the thing with the autolevs get sorted out?
I only just got a report saying they don't know why they won't work. After seeing that
Huh.
cave-in, I want to investigate thoroughly. An autolev is vital for that investigation. If we can't bring them back here, they can't be of any use to us.
Here it comes.
I'm not planning on getting you involved for every little thing. I already can't thank you enough for your help with the cave-in.
Excuse me, Commander. I have a report about the autonomous
Fulgrim,
Levnises.
can you read the mood
Any
for like 1
developments?
minute?
Yes, sir. It seems they're
Well,
operational.
it is about
I see.
the auto-lev missiles.
Yeah,
We wanted
okay,
you to
yeah.
take a look and judge if they can be used or not, sir.
Roger that. Well, I'm sorry for bringing you all out here. I have to go.
I'd like to come along.
What do you mean?
I want to
good
look at
call.
him.
I need some closure on this.
We won't get in
Closure
the way.
for this side quest.
Is that
Dang
okay?
it.
As
Yes,
you
we
wish.
need closure
Then
to
follow
see
me.
if these auto-lev missiles actually work.
We actually fought one of them back in the scarred up battlefield where Uni saw herself.
Yeah. I still have several questions about that. Because how would one person see their own corpse? Because that would imply that there are now two separate bodies, right? So it could be like cloning, it could be any form of replication, but there's so many ways one could do that in a fictional fantasy setting that it just boggles my mind.
And don't forget the sci-fi elements.
Yeah, and again, that's not
Yeah,
even
this is
counting the
sci-fi fantasy. This is not just. Oh, yep, we've got mages with magic staves and heroes with swords. No, we've got guys with guns and we've got gun staves that heal people and shoot people. We've got oversized
The
hammers
stationed
and
in the cave at the Pure Bluffs.
We don't
we've got
exactly have what I'd
robots.
call an open
We've got whatever
schedule.
Eno is.
Sorry, I know this is selfish.
Nah, mate, I don't blame you.
I may owe Commander Izzard a great debt, but he's also someone I just want to help, even if I didn't owe him. I think every soldier in Lambda probably feels the same.
It sounds nice, doesn't it? Feeling
just a nice
attachment to your
guy.
colony, to your commander.
Yeah, definitely.
The music cut
What
off.
happened?
That's
Hey, is everything okay?
Commander,
no, my shoulder.
the Levnesses, they started moving all of a sudden,
Oh
What?
no.
and then they just
That's not
came
good.
for us.
But any autonomous
That's-
unit should have safeguards to stop it attacking us.
That
Yeah,
came
that's
from
not
right
good.
up ahead.
Huh, lucky thing we tagged along, eh?
Please stay back, Commander. We can take it.
What are you saying, man? I'm fighting. It'd be a lousy example for the troops if I just stood around and stared.
Then let's go.
Huh? What's that? Cave. Great. Wonder what it's like inside.
Armadillo.
Armadillo. Man, armadillos are interesting. I know these are not the same, but armadillos are adorable.
Oh gosh, we're not doing well.
Yeah. It's okay. It's okay. You can bounce back. It'll be fine.
Yep, we're bouncing back, starting now.
Yeah.
Everyone healed up? No complaints? You didn't disappoint. How's that? No bullshit.
I'll come to your aid.
We're gonna need a chain attack for these guys, I think. Oh no, my controller's level better. I'll plug it in a moment.
All I can think of is just like, we're attacking them. Oh no! Why did we stop all of a sudden? Sorry, my batteries, they've died! No!
Target the switch to target the other one.
The one that is not armored, it had a different name. It was like bot something.
we're targeting the one that's already injured, or that's not injured, so that we can do more damage. I'm trying to. Oh, there's the cable. My cable I use to connect my controller to my computer, I usually have in the spot that I had to switch out because I was playing Zoo Tycoon the other day.
Ooh, I have not played that. I've heard a lot of good things about that.
Okay. It's already broken, which means that we can start this off with the topple.
Yeah, knock them down.
Guarantees a Bravo when completing a hero when a hero completes an order. So that's good. So we can use that even without Oh, it's enraged. Okay, I see.
Here I go.
Automatically sets it to 150. And the hero chain order does not take away from our chain attack. Keep healing. Might have been better to type the other one because we're not doing all that much damage, but I think we'll be okay.
Well, any damage on any enemy is still damage on an enemy, if you think about it. Either you do equal damage.
Yeah, but
on
if we take down one of them, then the other one can't. Then the other one is more vulnerable.
Yeah.
There we go. I think we can turn this around now. Because what we can do now is... So, we've got one charge left. We've used Noah and Lance, which means that if we now send in with going with Mio, yeah, I think it's gonna be okay. I think we got him. You might be wondering, but he's still has so much health. How do you know that we've got him?
I mean, it's 700 and... Yeah, no.
No, we've got him.
Yeah.
Death of 1,000 cuts.
Yeah, no, that's definitely gonna get him.
So, during this, every character gets like a plus like 15 to their TP that they use. In addition to all the normal stuff. So now things just go crazy. So for example, that almost 200%, 1,000% damage, and the finisher.
Okay, that's a badass animation.
Upon this sword, I
301,000 damage.
All the kick flip off of him like 4 times.
Welcome to Ouroboros.
It's, you know what? It's pretty freaking awesome. I can't really compare it much to anything else because all I can think of off the top of my head now is just like basic Tony Hawk things.
Yeah, but there's a lot of cool stuff that they put into it. Now, something that's actually kind of interesting because it's not going to be brought up at all is that there's actually no canonical like definition of there being actual pairs. Like there is no explicit reason stated that or implication that like Lance can't enter Ouroboros with Senna or not Senna Mio or Tyon.
Yeah.
The pairs are just because those are the pairs that they wanted to pick. There's nothing that in lore that stops them from like Noah and teaming up with anyone from the other. It's just that they have to be up from the opposite side. Seems to me.
Something like two halves becoming a whole kind of
The belly put a
ordeal.
dent in it.
Just kickflip on it like a few minutes ago.
Oh yeah, you know the trope: winning in the battle and then losing in the cutscene.
Concentrate on their power sources.
Where are they?
Finish it up now. Tyon!
Right.
No, this could be so much easier if you would just unsheath your sword.
Noah, your sword. It cuts through anything. Just stab it.
Look out!
Yeah, that's not good. He accepted his fate. He was like, oh, okay.
Now, Tyon! Open fire!
I didn't hear Lance say "look out." I don't know if like the audio glitch there, but
That was weird. Didn't they need these to be functional?
well, if they're trying to kill him, then they're not exactly
Brilliant
functional.
work, Tyon.
True, but they needed this to continue the research, so they're still gonna be at a loss by the end of it, but they should at least just try to turn it off, not, you know, slice it in half.
Power sources.
Commander Izzard!
They are like
over.
Beyblades. They're bouncing.
The inner there's like that energy that holds them together. So without the power source,
Feels like all I
they
do is
collapse
ask
on
you to
themselves.
clean up our messes.
Yeah.
Thanks again. If there's anything I can do.
But why did they go berserk?
It might have been set so they couldn't tell between friend and foe once restarted.
You think so? So you're saying that forcing them to restart overwrote the previous instructions?
Wait a minute! Are you just saying
I'll have
they have
engineering give me the
a
details.
good and evil switch just
We
like
need them in
in
running
the
order, but they can
SpongeBob
be
video
dangerous
game?
tools, so care is paramount.
It was clearly set to Wumbo.
Obey, don't obey. No, it's more likely that it could also be that they recognize that they're not bound to the flame clock anymore.
Oh. Yeah, no, that would make more sense.
Because,
It's almost like all the you know, enemies of the Council of Alphabet Letters don't
Yeah, the
like it
alphabet
when they're
soup.
playing yeah, the alphabet soup hoop. They don't like it when, you know, their special little clocks are getting destroyed.
yeah. I don't want to know who's making the clocks and how he feels about the fact that we smashed what, like,
We smashed,
5
like,
or
what,
6 by
3?
now?
5 or 6 now. Okay.
Yeah, because we smashed Colony 9s, Gammas, 4s.
3.
Then we smashed Valdi's Colony 30. Now Isard's Colony Lambda.
Yeah, that's That's 6. Oh my goodness. My brain has been like, now we've destroyed like 3. There's like a whole bunch. But
I
we
mean,
got 3 big ones.
Yeah, we've had for the story we've had to smash we've had to, and also you actually can smash another one because technically there's nothing stopping you from going and destroying the one going to Alexandria at any point.
Huh.
You just have to be strong enough to get to her because she's level 40.
Yeah.
Regardless, let me know if there's any way I can thank you.
We told you before, we didn't do this for any reward.
Won't fly. I can't rest easy knowing I'm this deep in someone else's debt.
If you're going to insist, do we need anything, guys?
You're like,
Let me think.
I want a hamburger.
All right, I've got something.
Thanks
Whatever
plenty
it
of
is,
tasty
just say the
sausages for
word.
the Nopon.
We've put you out of your
Yes,
way.
Yes.
I want you to fight by our side once more.
Say that again.
I want you to see for yourself that the path I'm walking is the right one, Commander.
Tyon.
Ooh.
Has this been bothering you?
I understand. My position as
it's
commander
the
means I
Street
probably won't
line.
be able to accompany you at all times.
Yeah.
But I pledge myself and Colony Lambda to you, Tyon. No, to all of you. Call me anytime you need me. I'll come running no matter what.
Thank you very much, Commander.
I better brush up on my skills to keep up with you all. Colony Lambda will have to keep up with its current developments too.
We can help you with stuff like that, mate.
Now look here, I can't ask that of you.
Look, we're friends now. Nothing wrong with asking your friends for help.
Heh. We're friends, you say. You're
I've
incredibly
been in a
trusting, you know
relationship
that.
of people who had
What's
not
that supposed to
required me
mean?
to
We're just
perform
helping.
life and death services for
I
them.
don't mean anything bad by it. If I need you, I'll ask for you.
Please, call us anytime you need.
I'm a lucky man to have friends like you, Tyon.
Man, I'm lucky to have friends. Do you guys really do that? Do you guys really think we're friends? I think he is. I think he is going to have some
We'll
friend
definitely
issues.
assist you.
I think the last time I had a best friend, she died. You were there too.
Pretty obviously that it was him.
Ugh.
Also, for some reason, the the character bars and all are still here because we leveled up or whatever. We leveled up and ranked up. Right. We've got like 7 characters we need to shuffle classes on. Okay.
I'm fine with attacking.
Shuffle, 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 shuffle.
I can take care of support.
Where better to monitor the battle than on healing duty?
I'll keep you safe and snug.
Strategists. What are the skills? Buffs, debuffs, buffs, attack up on initial attacks.
I was gonna say it's a healer type that has a buff on attacks. That's always kind of a good find, because healers usually aren't the strongest at attacking normally. In theory.
Yeah. Now, we've got a little bit more we can do. If we go back up here to Colony 30, there's something that I've been meaning to start because it's just a long process that we need to just get going. And then I'm gonna hand off to you if we can continue the main story a little bit, not too anything major, but just like, you know, the next cutscene or two to see like what's going on, check in with the alphabet.
Yeah. See how the alphabet is screaming at us right now because
Yeah.
we
You know,
killed
you've
Jay.
got to take regular breaks.
We didn't kill Jay, he left.
Oh yeah, you're right. Jay left. We beat him up and they were like, haha, bye. It was nice seeing you and traumatizing you. Goodbye.
So now I want to discuss Yuzette's reputation. Yuzette being Valdi's second in command.
Right then, strategy meeting.
Valdi, aren't you Colony 30's commander?
Yeah.
It's just that people in Colony 30 seem to rely on this Yuzette guy.
Oh, and how? Yuzette is my aide. He takes care of a ton of jobs for me. What do you usually do in the colony, Valdi? Build Levnesses?
So basically, you leave all your commanderly duties to your poor mate?
Huh? He really helps me out a lot.
Valdi, are you really okay with that? Were you gonna figure out the best way to protect everyone? If you're gonna do that, don't you need to keep more of an eye on all of these things?
Yeah, I think you're right, Lance.
I like how he's taking it with, like, so easily, like, yeah, uh-huh, yeah, I guess you're right.
Meanwhile, in his brain,
Right.
it's like, I made a Levness with roller skates.
I should build. Sounds tell me I need to build
He's-
another Levis with even more arms. Right.
But
so-
right now, if you could see inside of his mind, it's just it's identical to that of like a guy who really likes model trains, except instead of trains, it's Levnesses.
What do you want to do?
Yuzette will know, I bet. Let's go talk to him. Huh? Big friendly friend.
Do you think his friend's like stressed out all the time and he's like, oh, I don't know what to do. Why does everyone always? I feel like that's like the duo
Now then,
this type
ready
of
to resume
friendship
our-
has. You're such a good friend. I can rely on you for
Coming with
everything. And meanwhile, the other one's like, I don't know how I've been able to do this.
Oh, look what we got over
Is
here.
that Levnis?
You want to see?
Cool.
It's still a work in progress, but I can give you a little sneak peek.
Yeah, it's a new Levness. Yuzette, guess what?
Can you not see that I'm working?
Can see. And thanks for that, by the way.
Well, as long as you notice. Anyone else having trouble telling which one is the commander?
Yuzette, let's do something.
Oh, you want to do something, do you? We need to restore and calm to the colony. That takes priority. He's got glasses.
There's been unrest since the flame clock was broken. Call it unrest. The no butter on strike!
It's just that now the fighting has stopped. Levness maintenance isn't so vital. They're on a union strike, aren't they?
Partner.
Everyone's whining about how they've got nothing to do all day. It's trapping at the wall.
We're looking for something to do, me included. Everyone can pitch in on Doric.
That's the name of the
Doric,
Levness.
is that this big Levness?
Please just be like, uh-huh.
Yeah. That'd make it the best Levness there ever was.
That's the one the console built?
Can you help me with it?
Man. Riku supposed some advice, not go amiss.
Yay!
I can't stop you working on it, but you can't raid our materials for it.
Understood. keep salvaging stuff myself. Guys, let's build a Levinus!
Yippee! You all
What
hear
exactly-
in unison.
Yeah. What exactly do we gain by finishing it?
Nothing. But as long as it keeps a Nopon happy, he'll be doing me a favor.
He's not very commando-like, but he does care about the colony.
Help out with scavenging materials. What do you say, Lance? You're gonna help?
Yeah. Go on. I'm the one who told you to find something to do.
Thanks! But Peppa's the one in charge of the Doric project. Be able to tell you what's needed.
Cool.
It's misses.
Would you believe it?
Okay,
This is
so
Vali's
this
friend.
quest
Let's find us some materials.
is absolutely
Thanks all. You've been great friends to Doric.
like trained as mechanic alongside Repapa under Masterpod. Basically, Repapa looked after Baldi a lot, and now his Doric and Mecha friend. So look after Yzette would have time. Is good. Friends say help find material that very kind. We do. Yeah, first get lots of materials from Atia and Fornus. Materials need thorough checks, so bring the Repapa first. Every around going 30, those stinger piles, right? Taking. Get quick.
Always nice to see a new face. What will we handing over?
So, what this is basically about is this is a long. So, this is phase 1 of Doric.
Would you believe it?
10 phases of this quest where you have to deliver materials or help out with stuff, and
Would you believe it?
now that we've got that started, oh, everyone's talking about friends and stuff.
One of the gang! Friends.
Pixie's the master pawn. If you ever find him, well, you have to keep an eye out for him. But, basically, we are going to be doing this for the entire game. This does not end until, like, level 70.
Oh!
Um,
Doric going under a lot of repair.
no, this is, like, a full construction thing. Here, let me... Big friendly friend. Is it? Hang on, let me check the actual thing. It's like, okay, yeah. So this is just the first part of the quest. There's a second quest and so on, and basically all of Colony 30 is about putting together Doric. And Valdi's hero quest, or Valdi's ascension quest, is phase 5. So we'll be able to, so ranking up his hero quest from his class from 10 to 20, it requires us to get to level 5 of that. But now that we've started that, I'm probably going to do some of the grunt work of that off stream so that I don't have to drag you through all of that.
Okay.
But now now you can decide. Do we keep doing side quests or do we take a little break and do some story stuff? Probably just go up to this objective.
Let's go to the story. Yeah.
Story will get you answers and questions, but eventually you'll get answers.
I'll eventually get something.
Yeah, you'll eventually be able to make sense of this. And trust me, oh boy, does everything fall into place once you start getting those answers.
I'll handle this.
I remember correctly, though, Izzard's class is better for what you can do when you put its stuff onto other classes than being a good class in and of itself.
So it's kind of like an emphasizer class that just kind
Yeah, so it's not like all that spectacular as a class itself, but it's got some things that do good for like filling out onto other classes.
Nothing was unstoppable with you around, Senna.
I'm the girl with the
Gall.
Come on, who else?
Wait,
How
yes.
about it?
Yes,
Shall
you
we
are
take
the
it
girl
on?
with the goal.
You're dealing
How many goals you got?
Cheers,
All
you're
of them,
dead.
apparently.
Get in the groove.
Ever the paragon.
Also, since you still haven't picked up on it, there are. Can you think of any numbers related to that this game seems to be thematically around? Like, a number that could be counted on screen right now that is not explicitly stated but is there in substance.
I'm getting the hang of this.
I mean, if it's not by 2s, maybe by 3s. I think 2 was probably the right number, but that's mainly because of the 2 people merging into 1. But that's me.
Alright, but that leaves out our hero.
True. Oh. 7? Oh! Hi! Are you a pretty Drake? I am terrified of you, buddy.
Mini boss time!
Why is it that every time someone sees a dragon, their first immediate response is to beat it up? It's never to try seeing if you can pet it like a wild animal.
You're dealing with me. Cheers, you're dead.
So,
Oh no, it's a dragon. They're smart, intelligent creatures. They could destroy us with one flaming, breath. Oh no! It's always,
this is actually
treating it like an alligator.
The first dragon. So, like with a lot of other monsters, this one is also one from the previous game.
Yeah.
The first dragon you are likely to fight in Xenoblade 1 is actually right before the final boss.
Oh.
Or more specifically, it is before the point of no return that has the door that goes to the final boss, as there's like a little boss rush up to the final boss. But in the base Xenoblade 1, there's only 3 of these enemy types. One of them being level 99, and then the third one being level 120. In a game where the max level for the player characters is 99.
I mean, to be fair, dragons are kind of a staple of, a major test of resolve, right?
Yeah.
At least when it comes to literature. I don't know. I would like to be able to have a dragon as a pet at some point in my life, even though I know that's impossible. Same with unicorns and other mythological creatures.
What's funny about unicorns is that people for a long time thought they did exist.
Well, yeah. Okay. I'm gonna be a bit of an art nerd when it comes to this, but for a good long chunk of time, no one could even tell what a unicorn properly looked like. Which sounds silly at first, because everyone kind of universally goes, oh, it's a horse with the horn on its head.
Yeah.
It's a unicorn, you know?
Yeah.
One horn, right? But if you look at art of unicorns going as far back, the earliest unicorn like artwork doesn't even remotely look at all like a horse, but more like a boar. If you want to do a little bit of a fun comparison, you remember how manatees and mermaids seem very similar in history? It's kinda like that. I have a little bit of a running theory that, like, you know those prehistoric, like, not saber-tooth tigers, but there was, like, a very specific creature that had, like, a tusk that also was growing out of their head. I think...
Not rhinoceros?
No, well, rhinoceroses do exist, though.
Yeah.
But
like, if you try describing the rhinoceros to someone who's never seen a rhinoceros...
Yeah. If you've seen... I think it's Chinese? I'm not entirely sure. Again, unfortunately, when it comes to this, I know the history, I just don't know the history. That's a phrase to say. But the older the paintings are, the more un-European they are, the more they look like a wild boar, a hippopotamus, a bear with a horn or tusks. It is so interesting. And what makes it even more cooler is that once you do get like a generalized idea that, oh, they're like horses but with horns, it then turns into a different subspecies of unicorn horse, because like the horse itself like changes to look different. There are Italian tapestries that their unicorn horn has like a different tail structure, a different hoof structure, that if you were to compare it to actual horses or any other creature, it's actually closer to goat anatomy than anything else, which is even more weirder when you think about it, because that's nothing at all like a horse. I just think the mythological creature art is beautiful, but also very interesting. Especially because if you think about how fairy tale stories happen, sometimes it can also change how things look and how things feel, right? For example, most people, when they now associate unicorns, they also envision like a Red Bull, right? This is from like the last... They don't? Okay, maybe you don't. But the main reason why some people have associated that or have seen that is because of some literary works that have existed of the last unicorn. Some people think that it is fine literature when it was actually written in this decade. The inspiration for that was from a very interesting street artist.
Cutscene.
Okay.
Would you just die already?
Oh. Poor dragon.
Finally.
Man, Lance was real angry about that.
Hey,
or
can
Lance
we do
and
something
Cena?
about this sparking noise?
How would I know? Just cancel the interlink or something, I guess.
It only starts after an extended period, after our bodies start to heat up.
To me, it sounds like a warning for something.
A warning? What do you think will happen if we leave it?
Huh? I don't have much desire to find out.
Think it's something dangerous?
Well, it can't be anything fun. You expect balloons and confetti with that noise?
Maybe not.
I don't like how Noah's looking at his hands. That is ominous. Oh, that's so tight.
Too bad, Jay.
Looks like that backfired on you, didn't it? Better be prepared for the consequences.
Really? I was only interested in putting in an appearance. You're making it sound like I took some huge risk.
Oh, come on now, guys. Jay's been on the bench all this time. I get why he might be a little stimulated by a bit of drama.
Well, it was pretty dramatic, I'll give you that.
Yeah, no doy, Jay.
You seem pleased with yourself.
P.O. N wants to see you.
Does he now?
Is it our turn to shine?
I don't know. I got zero idea what's going through his brain sometimes.
Not even you?
I'm sure M could tell you. Not that she's shown herself recently.
What?
What could it be? I do hope it's something fun. Let's be offo.
Right, yo!
Have a good one.
Him would know what In is thinking.
No! No? But... I mean... But
It's Mobius Banana!
Bird! You just like see a banana-shaped Mobius come down like, meh! God damn.
You did not appreciate my cooking in my life, so now I have come back to feed with fear!
It's like flaming hot dogs out of a like a sauteed pan, just like, go!
Behold my Mobius power! I will boil you all in a stew!
Giant looming pot just over them.
The only thing that can now be disproven is it's probably not Wamba unless Xenoblade decided to have a female to have a trans character for some reason.
I see. Yes.
So that means it can't be Mwamba, so that's a good thing. Now, that's ominous.
No, that was very ominous.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like I have an answer, but I don't want that to be the answer. That can't be the answer. If that is the answer that I'm thinking, that I'm not going to reveal, but I think I know it's the answer. If it is the answer... Thank you.
Also, no one's talking to you, Ray.
Am I tired?
Are you tired from you who is beyond the screen?
Yeah. A bit. That last monster was really something. But I can deal with it.
Well, in that last battle, Bell overused her Ouroboros abilities to avoid interlinking again for a while. Good shout.
Couldn't we keep going without interlinking?
There's its own risks, small but risks nonetheless. Just asking you to keep it in.
Sure. Whatever.
Find somewhere to have a quick rest then. Here's there should be a good place that they could break up ahead. Regroup once we get there.
Roger that, boss. I can't keep consistent voices with the characters, but that's okay.
It's fine. It is better than them being completely silent or me having to do all the voices and wearing my voice out really fast.
True. To be fair, I enjoy doing
I see an Ether
little
channel.
voices for characters in video games. It's always fun.
Look at these guys. These are new creatures.
Oh, they're little guys. They're actually a lot bigger than us, actually.
Yeah. And then over there's a
Not
Piranix.
to worry, just stick to the plan.
Who sees? Oh, you.
Oh.
You're dealing with me. Thanks for the support.
No love lost.
Cross impact. Now swoop. Reverse rush.
Power ring.
Hidden sword.
I see you.
Wide slap.
Group heal.
That was a big red tail hawk.
Keep up the pressure.
Dark banner. Break.
Rogel.
You're unstoppable with you around, Senna.
Man,
I'm the
I
red
see an
tail
Ether channel.
hawks are probably the most
Look at this.
heard hawk,
Let's see if
but
we
are
can't get
also
some
the
use
most
out of it.
underappreciated because they just dub over a lot of audio for the big bald eagles. That American screech you hear every single time when someone says something like America, that's a red tail hawk screech. Yeah. Bald eagles, they just do little chirps. I got really obsessed with red tail hawks after reading Animorphs because let's just say one of the characters really likes red tail hawks, and I'm saying
Hey,
that to not spoil anything. Oh. That's a word. That is... Well, I guess it wouldn't be out of the ordinary for them to have buildings in a sci-fi setting. I guess with the colonies
but
being
it's
like camps, I'm so used to the idea
Yeah.
that they're constantly
We should be
moving,
able to rest
so they
here.
don't
Like-
have time for constant
Weird.
construction like that. Yeah.
I'm
You keep
starving.
pushing the story, we
Got
can actually
anything I
get
can
close
eat?
enough to actually see what that is and look at it.
I was getting kind of sleepy.
Getting kind of sleepy. I mean, you guys did travel.
Tion's
quite a lot.
brooding.
Tion's having a moment.
Ah, there you are. I don't want to mither, but aren't you on tent duty today?
Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot. I'll head back in.
What's with those faces?
It's all finished.
Huh?
We already packed it all up.
Then what was the point of telling me? Don't you have better things to do?
Hey, you owe us one. I'm just joking. Are you okay?
What do you mean, okay?
These last few days, it's been a lot, right?
That's why you're concerned?
Yeah, you got it.
I
We
am
were worried.
the guy
Your
that also
problems are our
watched your best
problems.
friend die.
Just because someone says they're doing okay, doesn't mean everything actually is fine with them.
You know, there's a
Yeah, but I
word for
need more
people like
pressure
you.
on Tion because he will clam up too much.
Busybodies, all of you.
Now, Tyon, that is completely uncalled for.
Huh?
You two really must be bored stiff. Good grief.
Everyone needs to let off steam.
Is my life that entertaining to you? I'll allow it.
Hey, that watch.
Our lifetimes run for 10 years only. But this pocket watch has already lived for longer than that, by being passed from Nimwe's hands to mine. What Guernica said to us on that battlefield. I don't know what you made of it exactly, but frankly, to me, it was a load of nonsense. Not even enough to push us together. But that's changed. If Nimwe's life is represented by her dreams, then in remembering those, I carry her life with me.
Therefore,
Perhaps
she
now,
ages due to how I
I
know
can give a
them.
purpose to my life. She'd live on. if I were to pass her dreams on to others, right?
Damn.
Heavy.
Also, I've done some thinking. If I had just, say, 10 more years, no, even 5, with just a bit of borrowed time, how many more memories could I fit inside this little pocket watch?
And that's why you're here now.
Well, that's half of it.
What's the other half then?
Oh, well... In fact, just forget it.
Oh, come on. You've already told us that much. Might as well give us the whole story.
This is just not the place or time for it. That's all.
Lame. Still, it was a nice chat. Dreams in objects. Huh?
What?
Thanks, Tyon. We came here to cheer you up a bit and got food for thought instead.
Oh, sure. Anytime.
Neo.
This is our first time here, isn't it?
Money's hot. Hell. Look at all those good guys.
Yeah, that's a lot of little guys.
Yeah. Now we're starting to get into like the deep philosophical stuff.
I was gonna say, like, the moment that he was like, the watches live longer than me due to the fact that, like, it got passed out. My brain was half expecting him to be like, I wonder, you know, how many lifetimes it'll live on beyond me when I pass it down to, like, someone else, or... And, like, he kinda said that. He kinda went that way, but he was like, no, how many more memories can I put into it before it is my time to pass it to someone else? And I was like,
We seem to have been discovered.
I see.
No luck. Use this.
Like wells
I got something for you. Thanks for the support.
I enjoy the extremism they put into the setting, because then that makes it into, well, now it creates a little bit of a barrier, I feel, between like the real world and this. Cause like how different would that have felt if Tyon could, if the characters in this world aged normally and Tyon was saying that instead. Was saying that, like, as someone who would live like a full 80, 90 years.
I mean, it probably
would it be more
wouldn't
meaningful
as
said
much.
by an elderly person?
We're unstoppable with you around, Senna.
It really depends, I think, when it comes down to it, because, like,
Time for a climb.
when it comes to life scale, right? If we're comparing someone's life on a linear scale, right? Most people, they would be more optimistic for people to extend their life more when they're near the end of it than when they're, say, like, in the middle, right? But
Tyon is 80% of his lifetime through.
yeah, what I'm trying to get at, right, is that type of hopefulness doesn't necessarily ever end. The only difference is the only main difference of why it is so emphasized, why it is so strong, why it hurts a lot more, is because their lives are in fact definite. They have an expiration date. Most people know we do have one, but we don't know when that is, right? Like in theory, if I deliberately decided to, I could live to, one age or another, depending upon all the circumstances I do in life. But that doesn't mean that, if I get hit by a truck tomorrow, I could technically, even though I have the potential of living to my 80s, just disappear one day.
Yeah. So like
Which
there's
is
another
why
Piranha's Hulk over there that we could explore. But it's too high level for us, so we're not going that way. Instead, let's go to the big building.
I was gonna say the building is like it's very ominous. It's an ominous building. But yeah, it's because of the fact that everyone's lives are filled with such uncertainty that life is still just as precious as it is when you find out about the definite.
Yeah.
I feel. Like when it comes down to it, like if you take it to like someone who has cancer, right?
Time for a climb.
They really try their best to outlive the life expectancy that is given to them. Because, you know, being told by someone, hey, you only have 3 years to live, you have only 5 months to live, you have like a few weeks estimated total before your cells just decide to give out. It hurts so much more in comparison than, say, like anything else.
It's another thing to see it for yourself, eh?
Let me just fix this.
Those buildings are massive. Like, they're the size of the Pharaohses. Bigger.
So they are multi-floored. We're assuming each of those windows are a floor on their own room on their own. Yeah. What did they house? What were they for? Cutscene time.
Is that? That's Keves Castle, all right? First time seeing it. Yeah. Same level of elaborate as Castle of Agnes.
Can also see Great Sword on left. Are we going through with this?
No. I see it's far too risky now. The area will be under strict guard. But downslope, we could go via the forest.
Back to Wildwood, huh?
Doesn't sound too bad to me.
Loading something.
I was gonna say it's loading something big.
Loading a different area.
Yeah, the foreboding music is not helping either. Something is building. Something is brewing.
Oh. Well, never been this far in before.
Me neither. The last time I had an audience with the Queen, she had come in person to the warfront.
So they're speaking to the Queen. That's suspicious. We don't know exactly of the Queen's, like, sighting yet.
That's one of the big mysteries.
Because if the Queen doesn't know about it, then there is some hope for them. But if the Queen is with the consorts...
Consuls would be very different.
Yes. With the consuls, not consorts.
I don't want to think of
Commander
Jay as a
Ethel,
consort.
Fornis forward, Army's Colony 4. Reporting in as ordered, Your Majesty.
It has been some time, hasn't it?
That
Ma,
voice.
I'm elated to find you in good stead, Your Majesty.
That voice sounds familiar.
That you would grace us with your presence.
It's probably because of her
honor
mask.
above my station.
I mean, have you ever seen Doctor Who?
No, I haven't, actually.
Alright. Hang on, let me Jenna Coleman.
I do not know that name, but I That sounds Doctor Who-ish.
She was on Doctor Who as Clara Oswald, one of the companions.
Oh.
She had a small appearance in the first in Captain America, the First Avenger. She played Queen Victoria in a Queen Victoria TV series.
Yeah, the name isn't ringing, but then again, I haven't watched a lot of TV lately, so that might just be a me thing.
She's a British voice actress, and she's like one of the big ones.
I see.
She's actually probably like one of the biggest voice actors they got for Xenoblade. Because she's because Doctor Who is actually, ironically, there was one of the TV series that she was on. Noah's voice actor was actually hired. It was actually played a role where he was trying to assassinate Jenna Coleman's character on the show.
Huh. I wonder if there is any similarities to that.
We can dispense with the stiff preambles, Ethel. N.
Mom.
N. Consul N. That's him.
N.
Oh my god.
The head honcho of Kavesi Consuls himself. The Golden Consul.
That has more spikes than it needs.
There are, in fact, a lot of strength and spikes.
What is that?
The Annihilator. The latest weapon in our military arsenal. It utilizes breakthroughs in application of the annihilation effect.
You've harnessed it.
Not only is its power without equal, it has another exquisite benefit. Let me show you.
What, you mean right here and now?
Indeed. This will be its finest hour.
So gotta kill someone important.
The Urian Mountains. A terrible shame. Her Majesty has a soft spot for them. Please do not think ill of me.
Oh god. They just had their Death Star moment. It's gone.
The annihilation effect was discussed earlier. It's when the black fog coalesces.
Right. They managed to harness it, so now they can weaponize it.
Yeah.
That's not good. That's the opposite of that.
Yeah.
What was that?
Just thunder, innit?
Brighter than any lightning I've ever seen.
Still ringing in ears.
Where did the light come from?
No idea. But this can't be good.
I think my headphones just cut out the audio again.
I am so weirded out by the fact that there is technically there are two instances of a double here.
What incredible
Because
power.
of Uni.
Its effective range.
I was gonna say
has no
Uni
discernible limit
has seen herself,
whatsoever.
right?
What are you?
And then
Uni.
Noah
I'm saying
and
an
N.
attack like the one you just witnessed can be delivered
If they are one and the same.
anywhere.
So you mean to use this weapon against Agnes? If you're to use this, then what about the clocks?
Who said anything about using it on Agnes?
Mom?
The next target will be this.
That's Colony 4.
That's not good. Why are they
So
fighting
now we
their
have
own
our
colony?
answer on whose side the queens are on. At least this one. Sort of.
I mean, uh, yeah, yeah.
What's this now? Yeah, let's definitely grab it.
You can't see it from here. You can't see the damage from here. Oh, but look, these guys have... The rocks that these guys are using have weird technology in them.
Oh, they got little satellite dishes on their head.
Yeah, probably because of the buildings here.
Not to worry, just stick to the plan.
Yeah.
You're dealing with me. Thanks for the support.
That checks out.
I'm all for it.
No good. Lost impact.
Hornet, refractive edge.
Repeal. Don't pay for this.
Keep it together.
Maybe I got a little carried away.
We're gonna need to go backtracking a bit because we are started to not do well against little monsters or moderate monsters. This is easy to believe. You got a shell guard where he goes into a protective stance.
That little defensive move.
And then it just charges through. You almost got it. Boom!
Yeah.
Now hang of make some waves.
Uni, I'm asking you. Please work with me a little.
You what? You're supposed to be following me.
I want to get
Should
a
be
little bit
reaching Mac
closer
for Wildwood soon.
because I want you to just see
That light,
Mac
I hear
for
it's
Wild.
tough
It's
going
drawing in
inside.
the
We're not
other
going to
monsters.
start it yet because it's going to be a whole thing. So we'll go back to side quest, but we can get into here a little bit.
Watch the moss, guys. Mind you don't slip. Whoa. Yeah!
He says, falling flat on his ass himself.
Oh, yeah.
Couldn't have said it better
Bloody
myself,
hilarious.
Evie.
You're always taking the mick out of me. Noah.
Huh? Did you say something?
Oh, don't come crying if you fall.
You seem like you're a million miles away. Lot on your mind?
Yeah, kinda.
It's British voice acting, especially because they use miles while having accents.
Yeah.
Mio!
Ah, thank you.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I just lost my footing for a second. I'm okay. For now, I'm okay.
For now?
I mean...
Are you... not feeling 100%?
Nah, nothing like that. I'm totally fine, promise. Like I said, I just missed my footing.
If you start feeling worse, just say. I don't want you hiding it.
You're a kind man, aren't you?
I'm just... being polite. Whoa!
He says as he then falls right into Lands.
Oh, they're doing push-ups.
So what was on your mind earlier?
Yeah, that light. I was wondering if it had anything to do with us.
You think maybe... could it have been something that Mobius did?
Huh?
We know that they're hunting us. Tyon, you told us before that our consoles were actually the same.
Yeah, I did say that.
After that, nobody said so, but we were all thinking it. The war between Agnes and Keves and the consoles. Or rather, Mobius. They must be connected somehow.
It could be that... all the fighting. It might be that it's all orchestrated according to Mobius.
And to them, Ouroboros only spelled trouble.
Since we keep wrecking their flame clocks and all. They must really hate us messing with their stuff, I guess.
So we're one big thorn in their side.
It does stand to reason that's why we're their targets. But it doesn't tell us anything about why our colonies fight. Any theories?
Not as yet.
They're using
But
the
I figure,
colonies from what it sounds.
isn't
but-
discovering that our real objective here, right?
Then what's the purpose
If
of
we
it?
seek out the city, maybe we'll find answers.
One way to know.
The use of the colonies fighting?
Yeah, what's the purpose of the fighting? Surely there's more efficient methods. It's not a matter of efficiency, most likely.
I was gonna say, it just seems like they're doing it because they're bored.
Dang it!
Right?
He walked into Doran and Bam Bam!
Oh my goodness! Ah, this is so rank.
What happened?
What? I said I wanted a nice meat dinner. Why the spark would you ruin it by putting that in? What did he put in?
Eat only meat is bad for body. Bam Bam put healthy ingredient.
It's like a single broccoli.
Let's see issue
How
now.
could you ruin it? There's a single grain of salt!
You seasoned it too much.
No, is that basil?
Let's see issue now. Oh, hey. It's you again. Listen to this. This one here is trying to kill me. Spike my first with the worst thing in the world. Blair Abergine. What even is that?
I think it's an eggplant.
Oh my god. He's poisoning me with broccoli.
Eggplant, not...
With eggplant, yeah. With vegetables.
Duty of cooking is split into shift, and Bam Bam want to make healthy food with good ingredient for strength to travel far. So crime! Doran only yell at poor Bam Bam. It tastes of yuck, so stop! He yell.
Oh, no need to be so mean, Doran. Can you not sort this out?
No. Let me explain. Bodily health is fun. Whatever. Go for it. But surely putting up with disgusting food is actually harming the health of my soul. Even if he needs to put Blair Aubergines for my dinner, he can at least make an effort to make it taste like real... Ow! Damn.
I'm not kitchen slaves to grant extravagant wishes of Doran. It's nothing can be done. Banana had some ideas, right? Oh, wait. No, you're Banana. No, I'm Banana. Oh, of course! Banana has ideas, and I can share a secret of making this ingredient sing!
You do that. Hear that, Bam Bam?
Bam Bam, here, please teach secrets. Oblige. Before I start, we need find nectar of Bulblesia. Bulblesia flower? Correct. It bloomed at Amani's Hollow. Okay, we can take care of providing those. Don't warn you to make the preparations for cooking.
Can do.
We are not going to hang out with them today because
Would you believe it? Scratch that.
We are 200 meters away from one of the best conversations, like one of my favorite cutscenes. That's not like cool and dramatic and stuff. Also, now we're inside the buildings.
Oh yeah.
Must be really old though. Like collapsing, overgrown, all rusted up.
Oh, a container.
There's also glass still around too. A little bit of everything, I guess, for an abandoned place.
This looks like it could fit a few more than a few people in it.
Yeah.
Like the entire population that we've seen so far.
Yeah.
In like
I'm gonna
two
say all
buildings.
colonies could fit in there.
Man, those Mobius mooks, they make my feathers stand on end. Ending people's lives like it doesn't matter. Oh, what a sick joke.
Their word for people like that? Know what Nopon say?
No idea. Tell us?
Super villain pon.
Riku, what does that mean then?
It be the extreme bad guy.
Villain.
Ah, I think I get it.
Neme? What's up, Manana?
Ben, Onoa and Mio and friends. Supervillain pon.
You're labeling us?
Labeling. Because friends used to end lives also.
Ooh.
That not make them supervillain pon?
I mean, it's not like we ever had a choice or anything. It was them or us.
So when no choice, not fall under definition then.
None of us ever fought because we wanted to. It's just how it worked. How people worked. And the world.
So, world is supervillain pon.
Huh?
Since it make everyone do nasty things. World is bad guy.
The world is bad. Huh, I never thought of it like that.
Now that you mention it, what in the world are we even here for?
I wouldn't strain your brain.
Just to give everyone a heads up, Taiwan is about to get into very dark talking point that could be considered that is justifiable for a content warning. Just a heads up, like legitimately.
Okay.
I'm letting people know who are watching this.
Be mentally prepared, audience.
Sounds like you have.
Or skip like 2 minutes.
What gave you that idea?
Cut the snark, just tell me.
The end point of it is suicide.
So what?
If you don't want to hurt others, you'll end up denying your own right to survive. Eventually, you come to the conclusion that the world may well be better off without your presence. The only resolution then is to erase the self, to die. See? Pointless.
Isn't that taking it too far?
The world doesn't just vanish because you've closed your eyes.
What?
The moon. Think about it. Why is it that the moon shines? Just because we're watching? Of course not. Even if humans were gone, it would shine on, illuminating the land beneath. And yet, we're the ones that give meaning to it. We say bit dim tonight, or looks brighter than usual, eh? Similarly, we can now imbue the world with meaning or change it. It's a privilege we were lucky to obtain.
And that's the power of Ouroboros.
We're obliged to use it. We can make a difference.
So we don't become supervillains.
That's one thing to aim for, at least. Right?
This is our first time here, isn't it?
Yeah, so I really like that cutscene.
Yeah, no, that's a really good cutscene. Yeah. The feelings were oof. Ah.
Corpse.
Noah, would you mind?
Don't say it so defiantly, so proudly.
If I had known that we were gonna make it this far, I would have actually named it.
Soldiers.
I would have named this stream after that cutscene, specifically the supervillain pawn part, because it's silly, but also is like kind of profound in that positioning of it.
Yeah.
Getting kind of hungry here.
Is that?
Like the nature of the world has forced them to do these things, and it's not something that they can just be like, no, I don't want to fight because I don't believe in that. They are obligated to do this to survive, and if they don't do harm, then they are hurting themselves as well. There we go. Now it's foggy, and we can go look at this place.
Yeah.
And also, it goes deep, like.
Oh, there goes Tyon.
Like, all the way down there.
Every day's a training day.
This isn't like a few buildings. This is like a city.
We could be in for a shower.
Yes, that leaves the question of who built it.
Rain. Snuffing great.
Also, look at that. That looks like a road.
Yeah?
And it's got a yellow median line.
Yeah, it does. And the sidewalk to boot. And a pulley system. And it's well built. Something tells me it's going to be something along the lines of something like Atlantis or something.
If you look here, you can actually see it on the map even.
Huh. Yeah, holy crap.
Also, do you want one little lore tidbit to scratch your brain with here?
Yeah.
These ruins are the oldest things in this entire world.
They don't look that old. I mean, maybe that's just because I'm judging it, but they look fairly recent.
Or well preserved.
Yeah,
But
preserved
yeah,
is
that's a fun
probably
place that we'll visit next time.
Yeah.
Now we're going to go to the class. We're going to go to school.
Yeah.
After I left your side, Commander, I had the honor of working on many missions here.
Oh yeah.
I see. So this is where you were stationed, Tyon.
they have some of the heroes have dialogue based on locations. So because Ion came here after leaving Isard, they got a little talk.
Yeah.
I'm starving. Got anything I can eat?
Tutors, Senna and Uni.
We need to lay all this out.
Uni, a teaching assignment's come in for us.
Yeah, looks like it. Although I'm shocked that they even wanted me.
You're a lot easier to approach than me or Lance.
Even in Colony 9, all the youngins loved you. Hate to say it, but you're just a surprisingly caring person. To ashes with your surprisingly. So what idiots have asked for us?
About that, you were asked by Foot Squad. They're strong team skill in battle, mainly attackers and defenders. They enjoy fighting a bit too much, but they're pretty exceptional soldiers. Their captain, Foots in particular.
Ooh, that don't sound too bad. A bunch of hot-blooded newbies.
But take them lightly, Uni, especially Foots. He's super rude. Especially to me. I have no idea why.
Oops. Sounds like they don't take you seriously. Sounds to me like we've got ourselves a prime opportunity. We can knock this attitude off their heads while whip them into shape.
I think whipping is called for.
I don't think we were taking that literally, Senna, but okay. we just need to show them we're on a totally different level to them. That'll keep a mouthing off, yeah?
Oh, yeah, that makes sense. Let's whip them good.
Whoosh. Then it's settled. Looks like we've got some rookies to teach.
We gotta do what we gotta do.
You know, these are just new recruits you're talking about, right? Don't break them.
Bum. Live combat training.
And then they broke them.
Let's bounce.
Yeah, they're doubting. Dude, that was enemy. Yeah, it's hard to like shake up like the whole understanding of morality that you've ascribed. Like, these are ontological enemies. They have no redeeming qualities, except for that one, maybe. No, wait, oh, it's all of them, but they're all just different people and humans.
Every day's a training day.
Huh? They're people with emotions and feelings? Oh, his name's really Foots. Okay.
Wow, she finally showing up.
Looks that way.
Can you both just not? Sorry, Senna. These guys were raided by Ferrises.
Damn. Sass on this one.
Oh, no need to apologize, Isora. Right, Senna's the one who made us wait after all.
That she did.
That's enough.
Looks like someone's in need of a little discipline, right, Senna?
Right, yes, exactly.
And no time like the present, eh, loves? Mock battle time.
Time for some hard weightlifting.
What? Oh yeah, she loves weightlifting. Hey, what happened to whipping him good? Muck battle's the best whip there is.
Is it though? This is totally weightlifting. It's time to shine.
You want to pump iron? So what? We just sit this one out?
We can all do it with them, right? You gotta show them we're on a different level.
That ain't what I had in mind.
Please don't fight. You all want to do some strength training, right? Everyone wants to get strong.
Yeah, no, mock battle it is. I'ma teach you runs to fight. He's confused.
Mock battle sounds fine. Wait just a second, did you just psh me at me? I've imagined it.
All in your head. Oh my god.
I strength train every day. Honestly, I wanted to prove myself against you. Take on a real live Kavesi soldier.
What he said.
I wouldn't put it like that, but I think it'd be a good experience. Oh man, you too, Yasora?
The majority is spoken. These little scamps are full of beans, so a good mock battle is perfect to wear them out.
The Kavesi understands this better than even the illustrious Senna does.
Now let's go show her how tough we are.
We'll be waiting for you at the training ground. Don't run away in terror, yeah?
Then quit yapping and get yourselves ready.
Don't respect me at all.
Always nice to see a new face.
Checking our classes. Yep, we're okay. But we could use a refresh on our meal.
Hold on, guys. We're gonna go eat some delicious baked beans before we beat you up now that you're full of beans.
Got anything I can eat?
Wait, we got... It's order food here.
Meat and veg.
Yeah, why not?
Been waiting for this.
That's something.
Yeah.
This has me raring to go. Where to from here?
We were supposed to do this like 6 levels ago, so we're gonna wreck them.
This is gonna be a little too easy.
Yeah, we're gonna beat them up and take their lunch money too.
Yeah. They're gonna cry like little girls with like snot dribbling down their face.
Don't try any funny business like letting us win or whatever.
Don't worry your pretty little head about that. You'll regret taking me on.
Look at that, she gets it. Then let's begin.
And then we kick their poor little butts.
Oh no, we're a good level, that's good. I think they're doing too well.
Yeah, I don't think they're doing too well either. Yeah, I don't think they're doing so good. We haven't even showed him more of Horus yet.
Okay, let's show them just how outclassed they are.
Then seeing a biblically accurate angel type thing going, oh no!
Another notch on my belt. I'll keep the enemies on me.
Great work, Senna. What?
Things are building up.
Are you ready, Uni?
No mercy. No. Deflector field. Hidden thorn.
Yeah, I don't think they're gonna last very long. Yeah. They are all dead. We have beaten them to a pulp.
How? Oh, she's got scales on her face.
Well, yeah, she does.
I love it. This is exactly the thing I wanted.
Oh, you look like you want to go another round.
I realize how big those guns are. That's
They are children.
I'm gonna let you take your win and go.
Woo! It's all kicking off now. Bring it.
Round 2.
Children. The mission. I mean, they're all technically children, but these are even more children than children. How old are the Flips in comparison to Arthur?
We can check the affinity chart once we get out of battle, but our cast of characters here is like 9 and 10.
Considering the fact they only live up to 10 years, 10 is the oldest.
Yeah,
So
which
it's
is
the
why
equivalent
Mio
of,
is like, which is why like, it's so Mio's in such a bad spot because she's older than the rest of the party.
Yeah. But it's like the equivalent of a 10-year-old fighting a 2-year-old. Maybe a 4-year-old.
So Foots himself is 6th turn, but he just doesn't have any combat experience. I can't. I need a break.
Isora! Isora, you okay? Isora!
Nagumo, you'll shatter my eardrum!
Watch! Isora, I'll avenge you!
Oh my goodness, is he's still going? Does he scare you? Bad habit for someone in your term. Hey, you can't say that. One more round. Nagumo, you up for it?
Oh yeah, I'll beat you black and blue! No, it's just the 2, isn't it? We're just supposed to beat them up until they give up.
Well, they're stubborn, so this is what happens.
Stubborn children continue to get their butts full. This is reminding me of the time where me and my brother used to have lightsaber battles out in the backyard. But it would also just slowly devolve into baseball. It was kind of... So we had like these little, what were they? They were like foam discs for like Nerf guns, right? But they were the right size that you could kind of bonk them around on the lightsaber without it like breaking or anything, right? So every time we would play this baseball thing, it was basically him trying to deflect like an attack, right?
Yeah.
That's what he wanted to try
Right,
doing.
like the
Kind of
blaster
look cool.
balls.
Yeah, but the thing is that if you toss it like a frisbee, it goes a lot faster than what you expect, right? And and more than that, there were times where we were just straight up shooting it out of the Nerf gun itself. So every time when he practiced, I just shot him. And he's just like, no, again, I saw it this time. I almost had it. And I'm just looking at it like,
I can use the force is with me. I can do it.
The thing is, it hit him before he even reacted. That's the thing. Like, I would shoot him, and then he would swing after he got hit. He's like, no, I got it. I almost had it. I saw it. I'm like, oh, you didn't, buddy. If you did, you would have swung faster.
Well, there is a delay on like how fast human response time is.
I kind of had to learn during like, you know, those like father-son bonding moments of like catching the ball with your old man type thing. When I was
yes.
Yeah, when I was a little lad, a little glitch, right? My dad, he was into recreational sports, so he played somewhat professionally, right?
Oh no.
Instead of playing normal catch with the baseball, we were playing catch with the softball. And on the surface, that sounds... Oh, wait, hold on. Oh, snuff you!
Now we're in trouble now, Nagamo. They're amazing. Foots, Nagamo. Oh, Foots and Nagamo were giving everything they had, but this lot are in a different league. Yeah, it's really powerful when we turned into a giant monster.
Yeah. Ah, you lot ain't so bad. You've got some nerve.
We do. Can't stand it. You still look so fresh.
You look so fresh, Miss Uni. Oh, she's... Feel free to challenge me anytime, though. As long as you don't mind losing. He's still...
That's the big talk. In case I'm having to keep challenging you. Look forward to seeing your face when we beat you. How good to you, Miss Uni? Ah! Miss Uni! Probably like sensei or something in Japanese.
Yeah.
Sita, you better be ready too.
They're not calling her Miss Senna, they're just calling her Senna. Oh. Yeah, be prepared, Senna.
I get a nice title. All that's life for today. I'm knackered.
Aww.
You don't get to decide when the lesson's over. This is where it really begins. What? Sure you want to get stronger. Let's have a little strength training competition. Strength training? I'm done for. You want to beat us, don't you? The strength training is the only way. They're all done warming up. Should be in tip-top condition. Has to be now. You have to train. The only way. Train your muscles.
She's just doing her part. Is she serious?
This is what I mean when I say you're too cocky.
Oh dear. Well, do your best. I'll be cheering you on from here. She's not even gonna join in.
Hey, you're gonna join in too, right, Miss Uni?
Oh, so that's how they're doing.
So
So
yeah,
that's how they're doing.
Yeah, that's how they're doing. So yeah, my dad, he wanted to do catch, but he only had one glove, first and foremost, and he was tossing a softball at me. Even though he was trying to toss as soft as he could, it's still a softball. And if you don't know anything about softballs, despite its name, it's a lot harder and a lot bigger than your average baseball. So I had to learn very quickly how to catch it without, like, hitting my face with it. I learned about hand-to-eye coordination very quickly. It was a very, very good memory. I remember my hand hurt a lot after that, though.
Yes.
Then I learned the importance of gloves.
I'm your guy. Some relationships changed.
Oh yeah, now because we did a quest, now we get all the affinity charts updated.
Aw, she thinks they're too cocky and annoying.
Oh, right, we can also see like, 5th term, 6th term, 6th term.
Yeah, so it's like an 8-year-old fighting a 5-year-old.
Yeah. Theoretical knowledge. Teacher Taya. Team Zakir. And perhaps unsurprisingly, this is all going to lead into at the end of this, when we've done all the teaching assignments, we get Teach's Ascension.
Ooh. Teach
Um,
ascends.
Yeah, their class Ascension, so we get to unlock that.
Hey, we gotta talk.
So, Noah, did anybody request you as a teacher?
Nope, they're probably a bit wary of us.
No surprises there, huh? Still, it's kind of depressing.
No, a word? What? Yeah, go on. You asked if I'd teach, too. I'm not confident to do it alone. Appreciate your help, if you wouldn't mind. No problem. I'll do whatever I can. Oh boy, I get to just talk for like 20 minutes here. For like 10 minutes.
Do you want me to voice Tyon for a bit?
No, it's fine.
Okay.
It might get confusing if we start mixing up our characters now.
No, that's fair. Go on. I'll give you a hand too, mate.
That's okay. Noah's all I need.
Aw, come on. The more the merrier, am I right?
I'll only be teaching theory, so you know what I'm getting at. Gotcha.
Yeah. Hey, what are you getting at? You call me stupid.
I didn't say that. But do you even want to be involved?
Well, if I was there, Noah wouldn't get his time to shine. So, out of the pure goodness of my heart, I'll let him have this one. Knock him dead, Noah.
Ha, yeah, okay. Yourself's
He
ready.
used his thinking muscles
Then I'll
for
see you in
this
the
one.
Colony Square if that's okay. Yeah, sounds good. See you there, Tyon. And now we walk together to the Colony Square because it's one of those situations where you both say, okay, let's go. I'll see you later then, and then you both start walking the same way.
Yeah, then you go there, you meet up, and then go do the thing. Bird, I think maybe after this mission we might want to call it then, if that's okay.
That's good with me.
All right. I want to see this teaching a little bit through, but
yeah,
I'm getting a little close for time.
You'd think you'd be the ones who asked for me as teacher. You
What
could be the
gave us
kids.
away? Yeah, I'll be the kids.
You've always been so enthusiastic about asking me things.
Well, yeah, I respect you as a prey Hylas as a strategist.
Trying to sound like a nerd, don't mind me.
I thought you'd have some good lessons to teach, so maybe it was presumptuous of me, but yes, I put you forward to it.
It's a very good voice.
I was just a little puzzled. I don't remember asking for this Kavesi.
Oh, I'm the one who asked him. He's going to assist me in teaching. Today's lesson will consist of several problems you'll be expected to solve. Gauge your understanding of basic tactics and situational awareness.
No objections to your plan here. but I do have a problem with that guy being involved in the teaching.
And what do you two think?
As a member of Captain Zico's team, I'll abide by his decision. Well, I agree with, Nina.
I'm not gonna go against Commander Teach on this. I just don't think I have enough information to judge whether Kevis is trustworthy. That's the truth. As someone who intends to be the next commander, it's kind of my job to look into these things.
Be a big job. So what's to be done now? How about if I answer Tyon's questions as well then? Why though? You know, always easier to solve something like this with a straightforward contest, right? Makes no sense at all.
It doesn't make a difference to me, Tyon.
So you're okay with this?
It's at least a better way to end it than each prodding at each other to test their nerve, wasting time. Better to have a contest with a clear winner and loser. Oh!
Very confident of you. Suits me just fine. Never. Then, just don't forget that we're all here to learn, okay?
Let me get permission to use the War Council area.
We appreciate it. We'll meet later then.
Agreed. Later. It's just the dot. Ah.
Here you are. Shall we start with some combat-related problems?
Oh.
Which of these combo routes is wrong?
Oh, God.
Do you want
Okay.
to take a guess?
Okay. There's 3 options, right? So
Yeah.
one of them has to be the correct one, right?
Two
And
of them
one
are
of-
correct,
and two-
one of them is wrong.
Right. So I'm gonna go with the one at the very bottom, I think, because it has the most. It's the only one that's different. It's the most important component of a chain attack. Ah. Well, we know that it's important to have the balance of roles within a party. Everyone's euthanism probably not really there. Timing, I personally don't think it affects it, so I think it's probably the bottom one as well. Because if you don't have the correct balance rolls, it can have different effects.
Which attacks weaken the enemy?
Debuffs! Because you debuff them.
Which of these is not a benefit of inflicting daze?
I don't know! Okay. Okay. Well, attacks hit when you afflict. Okay, what I am going to do is that I am going to try just running the answer to the question to see if it just makes sense. Because that is a way of trying to understand it, right? So if attacks always hit as a benefit to inflicting daze, that can make sense, because if you are dazed, someone could hit you, right? That could be an option, right? Allies recover HP when inflicting daze might not necessarily make sense, because daze is more of like a status. You're not necessarily like sapping energy from them, so that probably isn't it. Normal arts will not accumulate aggro, so that would mean aggression. Normal arts. If they are dazed, that does make sense. So probably the middle one, I think, because that one is a little confusing.
What should an attacker type roll do if targeted by an enemy?
Oh, okay.
Attacker typically. So we double, hold back, wait for the defender.
I know it's not the last one. Okay. I would say the middle one. I feel that that one might be better, maybe. And then I get schooled.
That's all the combat questions I've got. Let's take a quick break. Phew.
Looks like you're having some trouble. Don't let it get you down.
I need to worry about me. My score will show you.
I'm sure. Don't look so much like you're going to skip out on the middle of the ride.
Here, I'll see it through to the end.
I should probably like plug my nose for that nerd, like that really nerdy nasally voice.
What's up next, Tyon? Next questions relate to situational awareness that is vital for battle.
Absolutely. No gaps in my knowledge.
There we go. That kind of...
We got new folks on the map.
Next?
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah. By the way, just so you know, there is not actually a consequence to losing, to failing this, because if you do fail, it just gives you a different like flavor text at the end. It's not, there's no like rewards or penalties or anything.
Okay, that's good. It's just like a little mini.
Yeah, this is just this is mostly for fun. Now, that's what I'm also letting you answer it because I obviously know all the answers.
Yeah.
Or at the very least can figure them out because of how they work. So,
this one, as much as I know it's an obvious answer, my brain pays no attention to right or left. So oh no. Okay. I know it's one of the first two because the last answer is incorrect. So I have a 50-50. My brain...
I think Agnes was the left and then Kevis was the right. Because
we think of what I did, in what I did, In's Mobius eye light up.
It was facing us, so that would be the right eye, right?
Yeah. Who led the colony to victory over 3 colonies simultaneously?
My brain's saying it's gonna be Silvercoat because she was the most well-known in terms of victories, right?
What is the name of the jewel that can be mined in the A-tier region?
I'm gonna go with the first one. Maybe.
Sure.
Okay. Cause Delicate Bell doesn't really sound like a jewel.
These are
Purple
all real
ring
items.
pine. Those are all real items. God. I need to pay more
however,
attention.
only one of them is actually one of them is an ore. The others are plants.
Yeah, cause the pine one, that one's definitely a. So maybe Delicate Bell? It's the only one that doesn't have floral-esque in the name.
And the culinary that comes after copper.
Iron.
Where Colony Sigma and Colony 9 fight. This is the start of the game, the first area that we went to.
Oh no. Everblight? Everblight sounds right.
Maybe you both measure up. Actually, Team Zakir falls just short of a perfect score.
Oh, what? Snuff this.
No, I have no comments. Full marks. You've got every question right so far.
Damn.
What?
Looks like I'm going to have to reconsider my opinion of you. You're a lot smarter than you look on the surface. I absolutely want you to teach us stuff to them. Kyrie and Foots. They're not as good at sitting quietly. They need to learn more about combat situations that they can't just brute force their way out of, or leave to chance. Their carelessness will tarnish Commander Teach's good name. When it comes to Foots, since peacetime hasn't had any respect for Commander Teach. Which is why he'll never be platoon leader.
Zakir, isn't there something you should be saying before all this?
Right. Yeah, sorry. You're right, Nina. Noah, isn't it?
Yeah?
I lost this one, and I accept your victory gracefully. But, if I can be frank, I just can't immediately start trusting you.
Captain Zeker.
If I was going to lie about that, I would never have accepted this challenge in the first place. You may feel I'm not holding up my part of the bargain, but this is just how I feel. I won't apologize for it.
No, though, I'm actually glad you came straight out and said it.
You're optimistic, aren't you?
What we need is to compromise bit by bit. Whatever form that takes, and whether it's playing games like this or being honest about our feelings or whatever. The important thing is that we come to know each other. You get my drift?
Getting to know each other.
We don't mean you any harm, we just want to help. It's the truth. I want you to know. I want you to know.
Huh.
You know, whatever you say, it's not going to make me more able to trust you. But I do understand. This is what Commander Teach is hoping for too, isn't it?
Well.
Anyway, if you want to teach here, then I want you to face the students with the appropriate sense of responsibility. So keep that in mind, and you might earn my respect too.
Thank you, Zakir.
As long as you understand. And then everyone's touching their glasses like it's one of those anime scenes where they're touching their glasses.
Yeah, and I just did it myself. I just adjusted my glasses.
Everyone just like pushes it up a little bit. Everyone's glasses slowly like slid a few inches that moment.
Some relationships changed.
Yeah. And now we've got a whole new big web we've got this whole new web of talkings and stuff.
Yeah. Everyone talks to each other and stuff.
And this is probably updated to now have the next one. Let's just see. Yeah, a lesson in offsing. Teacher Noah. Student Zakir Shun. So we'll do that one.
Serious.
We'll do that one next time.
Okay.
So for now, thank you all for being here.
Yeah.
Yay, Xenoblade!
Gotta note this
Yay
all down.
for no like excessive amounts of trauma and panic.
Gotta note this all down.
Yeah, just a amount of trauma and panic here. Just a little bit of preluding and just a little bit of dread. Just like a little smidge.
Bye bye, chat.
Take care, chat.